When you step inside Marland's Grand Home, you step back in time to the early 1920s. But one thing you might not expect to see here is the vast collection of Native American artifacts.
It's the best kept secret of northern Oklahoma as far as museums go.
The Marland Grand Home sits quietly along East Grand Avenue in Ponca City.
The home in and of itself is an artifact.
Built in 1916, it was the first mansion home of Oklahoma's 10th governor and oil man, Ernest Whitworth Marland. The Grand Home is 16,500 square feet with 22 rooms situated over 4 different levels.
The home's era is 1916 to 1928, and so we're kind of like a miniature Downton Abbey.
Owned by the city of Ponca City, the Grand Home is open to the public for tours. But as you meander through each room, you'll learn more than the history of Marland and his contributions to the state and oil industry.
He had wonderful relations with the local tribes. And of course, he was drilling on some of their land, and then they were sharing in the profits. But at the same time, Marland was a very benevolent man. He was very charitable.
It was through these relationships that inspired him to start an Indian museum, as he called it, in 1926, to showcase the local tribes. It's now housed inside several areas of the home, beginning with the Matriarch Room, Marland's first wife, Mary Virginia's bedroom.
We have women's and children's items there. We also have a touch and feel exhibit of fabrics and beads and things that women would have used to make clothing and adorn their clothing.
Here you'll also notice a cedar closet containing an Osage wedding garment and childcare items.
In what used to be E.W. Marland's bedroom on the west end, we have a patriarchal exhibit of men's items.
This room is full of men's items from the local tribes, including the Ponca, Osage, and Kaw, and includes ceremonial clothing, musical instruments, and pipes. There's also another touch and feel exhibit of hides, furs, and bones, and a display of the many uses of the deer and buffalo.
I have to commend that population because they were the first recycle, go green group. I mean, they didn't waste anything.
In the adjoining room is the Bartram Collection. Fred Bartram was Marland's accountant, who'd also spent time on several different reservations as a teacher and Indian agent.
So we have a number of wooden items and baskets that were woven from, the reeds and the grasses there, and even cedar bark. And then in the southwest, we have some really nice pottery and kachina dolls that Mr. Bartram collected.
Then in the basement, where the family's recreation room and indoor pool is located, you can find an archaeology exhibit.
Marland funded an archaeology dig in 1926 along the Arkansas River, about 10 miles north of Ponca City,
where the Wichita tribe traded with the French.
They traded for buffalo hides and furs and whatever a buffalo could provide.
The dig unearthed several artifacts, including arrow points and tools made from bones and rocks.
Well, our collection's very unique, definitely one-of-a-kind items.
To guide visitors through part of Oklahoma's rich Indian history. Discovering Oklahoma in Ponca City, Deanne Stein.